Secretary of State John Kerry, meantime, yesterday saying the nuclear talks in Iran, quote, will not be rushed and the talks will continue beyond the latest imposed deadline. Questions still surround a potential deal amidst concerns about its impact on geopolitics in the Middle East, the funding of terrorism, and any potential jolt beyond what we've already seen built to the oil market.
Yeah, oh, by the way, and joining us now to talk about it all, Dr. Jim Walsh is Research Associate at the Security Studies Program at MIT. Doctor, good to see you. Thank you for joining us today.
Good to be with you.
Are you hopeful we get a deal anytime soon?
I think they set for themselves the new deadline of Monday. Now, we've had a couple of deadlines that have come and gone, but I'm feeling somewhat optimistic about this. Today, only a little while ago, Secretary Kerry came out and met with reporters and told them that they had resolved some of the outstanding issues, had made progress. Now, they're not done, but that seems to indicate movement towards completion. So I think we're going to get something on Monday.
Do you think, though, Doctor, that oil's like a falling knife right now? I mean, we plunged Monday on some of these Chinese and Greece concerns, even though there's talk at times it broke down about reaching a potential deal last week. Didn't see much traction. How much is oil responding to these Iran talks?
Well, I think they're definitely watching it, because if there is a deal, clearly Iran will move to export more oil to recoup some of the losses that it has suffered under these constraints and sanctions. But, and maybe this is why people aren't overreacting to it, but that's going to take time. You don't wave a wand and make all the sanctions disappear. It's easier to impose sanctions than to unwind them. We've seen that in several cases in the past. And so I think conservative lawyers, conservative business people, conservative bankers aren't going to jump in until they're sure that this deal is going to stick, and then begin to take the steps, legal steps necessary to be able to play.
That's the thing. We can get a deal. You know, you can have both sides shaking hands on camera on Monday and say they have a deal, but then you've got to implement that. This is by no means a done deal once they are shaking hands, is it?
You're absolutely right. I think it's a point that most people overlook. When they shake hands, that marks the beginning, not the end. Implementation is going to require a lot of effort by everyone, by the International Atomic Energy Agency. They're going to have to devote a lot of new resources, you know, they possibly doubling inspectors on the ground. And again, there's a tremendous amount of legal and other work, nitty-gritty work that needs to get done. And then a potential business person or an investor has to say to themselves, how quick do I want to get in? If I get in quick, there's a first mover advantage. But if I move in quick and this whole thing falls on top of me, I think that's going to make some folks cautious.
Dr. Jim Walsh, thanks for your thoughts this afternoon. Appreciate it.
Thank you.